Welcome to ICAST Radio, bringing you the best in local and national news in bass fishing, as well as interviews with some of the best anglers from all over the U.S. With your host, Brian Carter and Hank the Bass Geek. Sponsored by Wildware America, Z-Bait Company, Missile Baits, Battleborn Batteries, Conrad Brothers Marine, Taylorman's Custom Lures, Vertical Lures, and Lynchburg Arms and Indoor Shooting Range.
All right, guys, we are back. What is happening, Bass Geek?
Man, just another day of the man trying to keep us down.
I understand that. Sorry for the quick delay there, guys. We are back, guys, with another great episode of ICAST Radio. And it's great to have my co-host back, Bass Geek, right here live with us, man, and back in the house. Thank you.
The day job gets in the way sometimes, guys. Sorry about not being here.
Nah, man, it's all good. We really, really appreciate everything. Glad to have you, brother, and glad you are part of ICAST and part of the, the whole entire behind us. So thank you for being a part of that. Man, what a week. It ain't been a very busy week here, but the weekend is coming up and it's going to be a very busy weekend. Like I said, we're recording tonight, which is Wednesday night, by the way, guys. Tomorrow night we're recording Backstage Fishing, so me and John Woodruff will be recording that, and then we have the Eric Catlett benefit tournament on Smith Mountain Lake this Saturday. So I think 7-2 is that event. It's a 50-50, and the money goes to Mr. Eric Catlett, who was involved in a car accident good gosh 6 weeks ago now. Time's flown. I think it's what it's been. I can't keep up, but it's been a long time. But what an awesome weekend last weekend. We wrapped up our final regular season kayak event of the 2021 year. Thank you to Mr. Brandon Overstreet, our tournament director. Like I tell everybody, if it wasn't for our tournament directors and our sponsors and what you see behind me, it wouldn't be possible. Thank you to him. But this is no lie. This is awesome as crap. We were right at 59 or 60 different anglers fished with us this year, our kayak series.
Nice. Heck yeah.
We're almost as big as Tidewater. I think Tidewater's got a great following, huge following. And I know some people in the Tidewater department, but yeah, I mean, right here in Central Virginia, blessed. And it's kind of crazy. People travel. I mean, we got people that travel a couple hours away to fish with us. So
that is awesome.
So it's pretty freaking awesome. So thank you to everyone that fished with us. I don't know if I really did a shout out last week, but to Hill City Bass Masters, they had a charity event last weekend, and everyone did a great job at that. I think we raised over $1,000 for that event.
Nice.
So yeah. So thank you to everyone. It was an awesome weekend last weekend, this past weekend. I'll be honest, guys, I am on the road all the way now until November. I have every weekend. Ooh. Yes, I have every weekend filled that I will be somewhere, except, and I ain't even really looked at that. And I think it got filled to October the 3rd. And I have to look at that weekend as well. It might have been filled. I have to look at that one, but that might be my only weekend free. So, but other than that, yeah, we're full to then. After this Eric Catlett event this weekend, the Basscast kicks off the fall half of the schedule, and then it runs, I want to say this month, October, November, and then the Classic in December. So it's a lot happening. But Bass Geek, you've been out fishing your butt off, recording some videos, popping some content. The Bass Geek channel.
I've been out fishing a little bit. It's been tough. We're starting to get into that September bite, and
Mm-hmm.
the Highlands reservoirs, the real high ones that I fish here on the Virginia side of the border, they tend to they're already moving into that, what most of the lakes, bigger lakes begin to see toward
Right.
the end of September. So
Right.
the fish are moving to the banks. They're getting a little finicky, and so hopefully a few weeks those lakes will turn on. But now it's time to head over to Tennessee, start getting those top waters out,
Oh, yes.
busting those big ones over there. But we got a ton of content coming out, man. We are posting almost something every single day on YouTube.
Holy cow.
The channel is growing. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to Bass Geek, go
That's
to
right.
YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and we're getting some great views, man. Having a good time, really enjoying the growth. In August, we grew over 1,000 subscribers.
Holy cow, dude.
Yeah, so
That is awesome.
we're rocking, man. We're rocking.
That is awesome.
Putting out some really good knowledge too. Some really good knowledge, and there's some stuff that's coming out here over the course of the next week and a half. That's stuff that a lot of people it's really common knowledge to my region, but it's a few baits that are used a different way, and
yeah,
stuff that some bites that people tend to forget about this time of year.
that's awesome. Yeah, I am ready. These 50, 55 degree mornings have been pretty daggone nice.
See, I'm the exact opposite. Like, I like 100 degrees.
I hate 100 degrees. Holy cow.
I'm a summer guy. I'd move to Florida tomorrow if you let me.
Well, you know what? For me, I have mild asthma, but and sinuses and all that good crap. So Florida would be great. I had a friend who moved to Florida. I mean, it didn't last very long story, but they moved to Florida because their sinuses were so bad up here that they moved down there. It's like a couple different states they can move to, and Florida is one of them. Yeah. But my truck went to Florida without me twice. How bad the story was. Twice. I mean, it went down with their stuff and it went back down to pick up their stuff. But that's water under the bridge. Yeah, it's water under the bridge. Guys, if you have not seen or have not heard Riverwise Fishing, they sponsored our past 4 episodes of Basscast Radio. I want to thank them for sponsoring that. If you'd like to be a part of Basscast Radio, we'd love to have you. We had no success on giving the baits away through Facebook, and I hate to say it, Facebook's dead. Ain't no way to say it. I mean, it's dead. I mean, it's so dead, it's dead. I mean, it's like, the young kids say it's the old people's thing now. We started it, now it's the old people. And I'm like, damn, I'm like 48. Whoa, wait a second. Where does that put me? But on our Instagram, thebasscast.com, we're going to be giving away all of it. And I don't have the hooks down here, but we're going to be giving away some hooks from Spear Point Hooks. I want to thank them for sending us a crap load of hooks to give away. We're going to be giving you some Riverwise fishing products as well as some hooks to put them on. And a free jersey from Wild Wear America.
Nice.
Yep. So you figure it's 4 packs of baits there, another couple packs of hooks. That's if I give away 3, it's $1,500, about $150 worth of product right there. You have to do nothing.
There you go.
But follow Riverwise Fishing, follow Spear Point, and follow Wild Wear America. And that's it. That'll be going up Friday afternoon when I get off from work, the 9 to 5. All right, guys, tonight we got a really cool episode. I tell you guys all the time, if you follow me, I'm going to look at your profile. I don't care who you is. And, I had a friend request a couple of weeks ago and it kind of slipped through the cracks, but I did finally accept it. And it's from Mr. Larry Davidson. And if you guys don't know who Larry Davidson is, he's a quiet man. I'll hold up his package right here in my hand, right there. Check it out. So We all heard of Trapper Tackle. I mean, we heard the fame. I was there. I mean, I was there in 2017 at ICAST when they won Best of ICAST, Best of Show. I mean, they won a lot of awards, and then the product just went away. I mean, it was like, I was on the pro staff for them. A buddy of mine was on the pro staff. I mean, it was like boom, and then it went bam. So tonight, Mr. Larry Davidson's going to come on and talk to us, tell us how it all got started, what went wrong. And guys, this man's been fishing for many, many years. He's got something else in the works. So he's going to be telling us all about it and what you can expect will be coming out next from Mr. Larry Davidson. So guys, we'll be right back with Mr. Larry Davidson.
So,
all right, guys, we are back with Mr. Larry Davidson. What's up, brother? Thank you for being on the show, by the way.
well, thank you for asking. It was a big surprise to me because if I remember the last time I talked to you was way back in, I believe, 2017.
That is 100%
at the
correct.
ICAST show.
That is 100% correct. Yes, sir. That was, gosh, I mean, it gives me like chills to think about it now, but that was like for a fisherman's, that's like a dream. I mean, going to that. I mean, you name it, they're there. The people are there. Who's who are there? And it's like people in business suits, people wearing bikinis, people wearing, I mean, it's a party and a half. And after 5 o'clock, we're all having a good time. But it's was so cool to get to meet you guys then and meet some of your pro staff members that I'm still friends with. And, I had one of your pro staff members on last week. So that was pretty freaking awesome. Talk about his Wild Wild West win. But tonight we're going to concentrate on you, Larry.
Sounds good.
Let's talk about how I got a pack of Trapper Tackle right here in front of me. So I'm a big fan of the 2s. This is the 2-aught because I use it. I'm a big wacky person. So that's what I use to throw on my wacky.
Very wacky rigging, yeah.
Yep. So talk to us, man. How did this whole thing Trapper get started, brother?
Well, it goes back a lot farther than actually Trapper does. I'm going to take you way, way back when I actually got started, which was not back in 1976. Now I'm showing my age here. I'm not sure if I want to really do that. You were 3 years old back then.
Yeah.
But I formed a fishing club in the local area. And from that, I learned a little bit about competing in tournaments, that type of a thing. And then I started fishing in the tournaments. And in the process of doing that, I saw a lot of things that I didn't like and the things that I did like. So I started my own tournament trail, which ended up going for 18 years. And we were giving about $150,000 in cash and prizes away every year. And to think of it way back then.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of money back then. I mean, that's I mean, when a bass boat probably cost a couple grand.
Yeah, Ranger was involved with the tournament trail. We gave a brand new Ranger away every year, the whole bit. So, we did a lot of promoting and building bass fishing basically in the Northeast. We were a major force in the building of fishing in the Northeast. Of bass fishing, I should say.
Right.
But during that time, I was fishing with, if you know the name Mann's jellyworms, I'm sure. My favorite thing was, an 8-inch Mann's black grape jellyworm. And I was winning tournaments left and right with it. And so, but I found some things that I wasn't crazy about that were kind of hindering some of the hook sets. So I invented a worm that worked better for me than that.
Right.
And it allowed my hook set to be much more superior. And I started winning so many tournaments at that point, it was crazy. And that was actually, the starting of what ended up being Trapper. The worm came first, and a lot of people don't know that. They think the hook was the only thing that was there. But because of the worm is why I designed the hook. All right. I wanted something that I could keep the barb, the point of the hook exposed the whole time I was fishing, whether I was in weeds or not. but still be able to get through those things. And so the worm was doing that for me because of the way I designed it. But the J hook that you would use, because the point of the hook would be exposed and the body of the hook would be exposed, the worm would go wherever it wanted to go on the hook. So I needed to lock it in, and thus came the trapper hook. That's how that all happened. One of the things that I thought about was when I was making that hook, I guess the best way to say it to people is, if you can imagine digging a hole in your backyard, and that hole went gradually down and then gradually back up, you could probably walk from one side of the hole to the other. But if that hole was dug straight down on all sides and you fell into it, you'd have to get a ladder to get out. And basically that's what it does to the fish, that hook. When that box and that hook gets into the fish, he gets caught down in that box. He has no movement like a J hook can throw the hook. It's solid in there. So you end up catching a lot more fish. You end up holding on to your bait even better. So the way it holds on to the bait, it holds on to the fish in the same way. So that came many years after the worm. And then in 2016, I went to the ICAST show to introduce it to the public. And lo and behold, here we were, the little guy on the totem pole there. And we go to the awards thing, and they all of a sudden yell out the name Trapper Tackle Best in Show. And it was like, oh my God. I actually sat there with tears in my eyes. I couldn't believe that happened.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I was also fortunate to go to a couple of other shows. One called the Big Rock Show in Las Vegas. And then another one was the Pittman Creek Show in Virginia. And we took Best in Shows there. And then the following year in 2017, we went back and took Best in Show at ICAST again. So we ended up with 4 Best in Shows altogether.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm still excited about it even to this day, you know.
Yeah, if you guys, for you guys that never seen the hook, there it is, guys, right here. I don't know why I don't have a bigger one, but that
is the one you just held up there. That's the one that took Best in Show in 2016.
Oh, awesome.
That's the drop shot hook. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, me and Larry talked about it. I said, dude, I've got a crap load of packs of these here, because I love throwing wacky and I love throwing a drop shot, and that's what I use them for. So, Geek.
It's just impressive to, get to that point where you create something, you think about something, you innovate something and come out with it and actually get it recognized like that. That's all you, and all I can say about that is just congratulations. That's pretty amazing.
Well, as you well realize, it's all out of necessity. I would have never thought of those ideas if I didn't have the need to make it better, so my fishing was better.
Yeah. So it's all.
A lot of people don't think about that.
To be able to design them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that's what people don't really understand. Most products are created out of a necessity, or something that they think that they can make better. They tell it, anybody in business, including me or anybody doing a YouTube channel like Bass Geek, there's going to be someone better, younger, faster behind you.
Yep. And
if you can make simple changes to make something better to help people catch more fish, win more money. Because like you said, you won more tournaments because of these hooks right here. So, just that little slight change, and it's more than a slight change, but it's pretty freaking awesome. So,
well, you've just given me the open door to do a little bragging, if I will.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You're talking about winning tournaments. And these are only in the regional. This is not national or anything like that. So really nobody knows about them. But I have amassed a total of 21 Mr. Bass titles and 16 Angler of the Year titles. I was in a club for 13 years and never was defeated for the Mr. Bass title. So I'm very proud of that.
You're gonna go down in history, brother.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Come on, Larry, don't say that. All right, so you guys heard how it all began. Let's hear what happened after that, man. I was telling, we've already spoke earlier about the whole thing, but I had a bunch of friends of mine. We were all involved in the Trapper Tackle. I mean, we were part of the pro staff deal we had going on. I know you didn't have a lot to deal with that because you kind of let some other people handle that part. But I mean, it was like Trapper Tackle, man. Trapper Tackle. We got a meeting tonight. We got a meeting. I mean, we were there. I mean, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. What happened, brother?
Actually, it's a pretty sad story.
That's the one we want to hear.
Well, in 2016, we were going gangbusters. Tackle shops were coming on board across the United States and then some other countries. And then in 2017, when we went back to repeat the ICAST show, prior to that, one of my partners knew a fellow that had a lot of money, and he wanted to find out if I'd be willing to allow him to be in the company and put up some money to be in the company. I was actually I was against it, but I had two other partners that wanted it. So, you're the guy out on that one. So he came on board and continued or started to, I thought, do a good job with us, but I didn't realize that he was controlling the money. He never let the guy I had actually running the company for me, he never let him control the money. So that started to go bad. And then we were having trouble with our fulfillment center down in Florida. So we had to move the fulfillment center because they were charging too much for the shipping and of our product. And so we sent it out to this guy's brother-in-law's place in Reno. And once he had control of the money and control of the product, he started to destroy the company. And so the company has now fallen. And so I'm sitting here trying to bring the pieces back together.
Now, you were talking about this stuff being shipped out. What was the deciding factor of, did he make that decision on shipping the stuff to another family member, or was that the group decided?
That was a group decision that we had to find another fulfillment house. And it just so happened to be that his brother-in-law had a fulfillment house in Reno that dealt, I believe, with books, not tackle. And so we had a meeting with him, and he said yes, he would do the job. And at that point, everything we thought was just going really well. And then right after that happened, he lowered the boom on us and told us that he was going to totally destroy the company if we didn't sign a contract with him for him to take over.
Holy cow. And you told me that family members lost everything.
Yes, I had the fellow running the company, my nephew, he lost his home over it. And my wife and I, unfortunately, my wife passed away in April, but my wife and I were left penniless. So we are struggling to try, or I am now by myself, try to bring the company back. I do have some good news where I've got a fellow down in South Carolina that is willing to jump in and help us out. He's going to make all our molds, and he's going to make all our new product, because I have the one thing that this fellow didn't get was my lure designs. I have over 60 different designs of lures that are major innovative. Even though, like, for instance, everybody makes basically a frog and a crayfish and a swim bait. I will be making all those things, but the innovation that I'm going to have within those things is what you're going to see is so different. And that's really what I'm all about. I'm about innovation, making something that makes sense, common sense, not gimmicky, something that really is going to help the fishermen catch more fish. And that's what you'll see in this new product we're going to be coming out with.
Wow. So, I mean, besides fishing, what else did Larry do beside this, man? Was there, did you have a normal 9-to-5 job, or, when you started the tackle company itself, you guys were all in head first?
Since 1980, 1992, I'm sorry, I have devoted my life to this project. So Yeah. So
Hmm.
as far as Social Security and all those things that you would normally have, I have a very small Social Security, so it's very tough for me at this point to keep going. But I've got some really, really good people that are behind me, and they're holding me up and pushing me on. And like I told you, the fellow in South Carolina, he's got a heart of gold, and his crew has a heart of gold. We've had great conversations with them, and they are in all, with all feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're ready to jump in. And as a matter of fact, I just got off the phone with him a little while ago, and he's talking about the molds that he's going to be making and all that. So we're going to make a comeback. It's not going to be easy. One of the things I might add to this is, you need help in all different ways to get a company going. Nobody can just do it on their own. You have to get the help that other people are willing to put forward. So one of the things that we're going to be looking for is people that want to be on our team, Landum Outdoors, which will be the name of the company now. Okay. So if there is anybody that would like to be on the team, all they have to do is send an email to me at landumoutdoors@gmail.com. And the way you spell Landum is LANDUM, and then the word outdoors. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking for people that want to get out there and take this new product, do testing for us, get it out there and let other people know, once they've tried it, if they like it. One of the things we will not do is we will not introduce anything to the market unless it's been tried and proven. Because if I say it's going to do something, it's got to do it, or I'm not putting it out.
That's awesome.
I like it.
Me and you spoke, but can you let out some of the ideas that you have? Just a little tidbits of some of the ideas of what people can be expecting from Mr. Larry Davidson.
We're going to have we're going to start out with 7 lures. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you all of them, but I'll tell you some. We're going to come out with we're going to come out. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that?
Yes, we can.
All right. That's an 8-inch black
Hold up,
grape.
just a little bit more. Just a little bit higher.
Higher.
There
That's
you
good.
Go. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And if you notice, you see a little hump on it right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So that is what I call a weed deflector. Your hook point sits just behind it, not in it. And that way it's exposed to the fish, but yet going through the weeds, it parts the weeds and you're able to get through weeds. Nothing's totally weedless, but you can get through the weeds 90% of the time with no problem. Okay. The neat thing about it is that the silhouette of it's got that fin look to it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got something different than that's out there right now on the market. But also when a fish bites down on it, that deflector acts as a lever. It pushes the worm right out of the way. It's amazing what it does. And it takes, I don't think you could measure the amount of pressure it takes to push down. It's like you can't feel that pressure. It's moved right out of the way. The point of the hook is sticking right there. It works so well. It's crazy.
That is awesome.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah. So you're going to be seeing the weed deflectors on a lot of the products we're putting out. Okay. We're going to be coming out with a new buzz bait, which will not be part of the first 7. Okay. That'll come after that. And I cannot tell you a whole lot about the buzzbait blade, but it is in the process of being patented. And you'll be able to run the buzzbait slower than normal and keep it up on the top.
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that.
So those are 2 of the things that you're going to be seeing. You'll see the 8-inch worm to start out with, along with a 6-inch worm. So that'll be 2 of the 7. You'll see an unbelievable critter bait that all I can say is when you see it, it'll blow your mind. All right.
That is awesome.
There's going to be a swim bait, and
Now you're talking.
That's
Now
swim
you're
bait man
talking.
right there.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. So you're going to be seeing some really cool stuff that without a doubt is going to be something that people are going to love.
Cool.
So we're looking for help out there. People that would like to be on board, send that to your information to
we
us.
will make sure we will share that under the podcast on the website. We'll make sure we take care of that for you. So
do you have any sort of social media already, like Facebook for the company or Instagram or anything?
I missed what you just said.
Do you have any sort of social media for the company now?
Not yet. That's we do have a fellow down in Louisiana that wants to help us in that department. But the bottom line is you don't want to always put all your eggs in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always open to ideas and without a doubt open to people wanting to help us get started back up.
Yeah. Awesome. I was just wanting to point them in the direction if you already had one up. So make sure you absolutely stay in touch with us so we can share that out once you get rolling.
Yep, we'll do that.
So when should we see the worm, brother? You got to tell us exactly, but we're looking 2022, late 22, ICAST.
We are trying to get all 7 lures up and ready to hit the show circuit. All right, the sportsman shows.
Yep.
In January.
Ooh. Need to come on down to the East Tennessee Valley Fishing Expo. That's where the Basscast will be roaming around. We've already booked our rooms, and we're really looking forward to that. And hopefully Bass Geek will come across the line and visit us.
Well, right now I don't have anybody wanting me to work, so I may come down there. If nobody wants me to work a booth with them, I may come down and just hang out with you.
That sounds good. Always good to have friendly faces.
I tell you one thing, the lady that runs East Tennessee, I always talk about her because you know what? I saw this. This is no lie. I've been to a lot of shows. I've seen the people who run the shows. I ain't gonna mention the names or nothing, and they just sit behind the booth the whole daggone time, just collect money and count money and all that mess. This lady was running up to people, passing out bags, passing out goodie bags. I mean, she was working her butt off the whole entire show.
I know there exactly who you're talking about.
Yes. Yep. And we were there for 2 days because we eat this thing up. It's an awesome show, and it's a lot of original crank. I tell people, I've promoted it so much. I have a group coming from Virginia each and every year that just comes down. So but it's an awesome event, and like I said, it's a great show. And what's the lady's name? I don't even remember the lady's name.
I'm trying to remember her name, and I know it, and I just cannot think of it.
But she's an awesome lady. It doesn't matter if you are close.
She is a very pretty little blonde. We'll just
yes, she is. There you go. Yes.
Yeah. And I did that show. I don't know if it was 16 or 2017, but I've been at that show. I had a booth there. And of course, when it all fell apart, I never went back. But
right.
I've already got my invitation to go, and if I can get the program going, you will see us there.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You guys heard it here first, right here. So let's hope it all happens. But like I said, that is, if you are anywhere, I don't care, 2 to 3 hours away, it is worth driving to the East Tennessee Valley Fishing Expo. It is a great
show.
Yeah, it was a good show when I was there. Yeah,
right in my back door in Big Knox, Vegas, Tennessee.
It's funny you say that, but I was watching something the other day on TV. And it's yeah, that's what they call it now. And I was like, for real? It's
it is what it is.
It is. It's what they call it. It's gosh, the last time, besides going to, the show, and that's the only reason why I go to Tennessee now. And the last time I was there, the Tennessee Titans Stadium was being built.
Yeah.
And that's how long ago it's been. We're talking good
God,
God, 20 years.
Carla, is it Carla?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that is it. Yeah, I think
she's going to slap me when I see her. So we can't allow her to watch this. She's going to be like, Bass Geek.
She works, so hard for that show.
Yeah.
And she doesn't miss anything. Like I say, I've already got my invitation. I've had it now for probably close to a month.
Yeah.
So she's on it,
So. She is.
Yeah, she's an awesome lady, and like I said, it's worth your time and gas to head on down. Larry, man, we appreciate you coming on, talking with us tonight. Man, we're excited, looking forward to what you got coming out next. And
let me say this to you. I talked with the fellow's name is Marty. That's going to be helping us with the molds and all that. He's out of South Carolina.
Okay.
And I said to him, I would like to find out if you would be willing, if I asked you, Brian, very kindly, would you have the two of us on some night once we get this project going?
You got that right. You're welcome back anytime, brother.
Awesome.
We can have up to 10 people, I think, at one time is what I paid for.
Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think
it's so. No matter what location they're in?
No matter what location, as long as they got an email link, that's all they need. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we can have your whole daggone team on board one night and talk about this thing. We don't need it to go longer than an hour, though, because, men's what do you call that thing? Men's crap, I'm lost of words right now.
Our attention span.
Our attention span. There you go.
that comes with age. I hate to tell you that.
But yeah, we'd love to have you back on, man. Once you get everything going, get it all up and running. And like I said, that's it, guys, right there. Trapper Tackle.
There you go.
It's
here's one for you.
Oh, nice. That's I want to close with this right here. That's whatever ends up happening down the road, I hope the company does great, but no one in this whole entire world can ever take that away from you, dude.
There's a saying that I'm sure both of you know, when it comes to tournaments, the money will come and go, but the hardware is forever.
It is, yeah.
You're absolutely right about that.
So,
yeah.
I mean, you guys, for you guys who are listening to the podcast, he held up his trophy for the best in ICAST. But I mean, it's like, that right there can never be taken away from you, man. I mean, like I said, it doesn't, I mean, I know the whole damn thing sucks, but that right there, I mean, it's a proof that what you have done in your life so far has paid off and has made a difference, and other people noticed it. So congratulations.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, all day long, I've been a bucket of nerves waiting for this program, because I've never done anything like this before.
Well, this is awesome.
So, this was special for me. You couldn't talk with me all day long because my mind was in so many scattered places. It's unreal. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for accepting me on your program. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
It's an honor to have you.
Yes, it is definitely. When I saw the friend request, I was like, my heart started like beating, and I was like, I've got to have him on the show. And I was like, yeah, I feel the same. So, I mean, like I said, because, I don't know. I mean, ICAST is a little overwhelming. If you've never been to an ICAST show before and you get overwhelmed, I recommend you not going, or either, take it in steps, because everybody is there. I mean, and it's like VPs. I mean, the people who make the product like yourself. I mean, people who sell the product. I mean, this thing is like, it really needs to be 2 weeks. But you can't afford that. I mean, what company can afford to drop $10,000 for 2 freaking weeks with 12 people there trying to sell product? But I mean,
yeah.
Excuse me. But I mean,
I call the ICAST show the Super Bowl of fishing.
It is. And you won an award. And like I said, that can never be taken away. And brother, man, thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking with us. And we look forward to having you back.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Man, guys, we really appreciate Mr. Larry Davidson coming on and talking with us tonight. That is our first tackle interview. Besides doing cool. My 15-minute conversation, Sunday morning conversations on Instagram, Larry's our first creator of a tackle company. Like I said, we will talk to anybody. We really don't care, as long as you're in the business. But I mean, of bass fishing, but we love to talk to anybody. And the story sucks, but I think in the end, you guys got to see a little taste of what he's working on now, and that looked pretty freaking cool. I mean, I like to see it in my hand, but
yep, good bait designer, good designer of fishing everything. And that's pretty neat to have somebody on that's mind kind of thinks that way and get to talk to them a little bit.
Guys, Larry's no spring chicken by any means. You guys heard, how long he's been doing this. And dude, he's fresh.
Yeah.
I mean,
sharp.
Sharp. I mean, that's like,
yep.
Dude, this dude is like, gosh, I hope I'm that good at his age.
I'm not that good now.
I know. Shit. But I mean, there's a lot of great stuff. I am crossing my fingers he makes it to East Tennessee. We really, really would look forward to seeing him again and talking to him. And like I said, I met him at ICAST 2017. We really didn't talk a lot. I spoke mainly to his pro staff members because he had like a dozen of them there. They were helping him sell all the stuff. But Larry walks around with this hat on. He's got this interesting hat he wears all the time. But he's an awesome dude. And you guys heard it. Dude, it's like, I get like shaken. I mean, the man knows what's going on. And it's like I said, when we're talking to him, it doesn't matter what happened to Trapper Tackle. I mean, it sucks. The whole damn thing sucks. But no one's going to be able to take a trophy away from him, man.
That's right.
All the hard work that he put into it, created it, made it happen with whomever helped him. I mean, because like you said, someone's going to help all of us. I mean, someone helped me. I don't know who it was, but someone helped me. But I did have a lot of people help me. I ain't gonna lie. But I actually have one person, Cedric Marshall. I'll give him a shout out right now. He's the one that got me hooked up with a tournament director here. And that tournament director here introduced me to more people. And then from there, I'll tell the whole story one day. And then from there, it was flyers on every car in every parking lot for 3 years. I got there an hour early before the tournament and slid flyers underneath every windshield on cars.
It's all about the hustle.
And here we are today. So thank you guys. You're awesome. We really appreciate it. We appreciate all our sponsors. Like I said, want to thank Riverwise Fishing for sponsoring the last segment of episodes. That's what we like for you guys. If you would like to sponsor us, we're not that expensive at all. So please reach out and talk to us. All you're helping to pay to keep the lights on. That's the main thing. We ain't becoming rich by no freaking means. I really want to make my co-host over there. Let me do my hand. That one right there, Rich. And I want to take his butt home and I want to get him to 50,000 YouTube followers by the end of this year. So that's my goal, man. Maybe more would be even better, but I definitely want to see him hit the 50,000 mark. So make sure you guys are following Bass Geek on YouTube.
All about the hustle, man. Like I said, just got to hustle.
Guys, have a great night. Lots of great fishing happening this weekend. Be safe. Make sure you got your life jackets on. I know here it's supposed to be 52 degrees Saturday morning waking up. So, just take care of yourselves and have a great week. Fall's here, guys. Cross their fingers. Bass Geek City likes the 100, but I like the 60.
Give me the summer.
There you go. Have a great night, everyone. If you'd like to be on our show, DM us. We'll be talking to you later. Bye.
You've been listening to Basscast Radio, the best in local and national bass fishing news. To listen to more episodes, check us out on all the podcasting networks. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, thebasscast.com, and Basscast News.